Hello, guys. Well, if you've been watching the news, especially yesterday, you'd notice that tomorrow being Wednesday, the price of petrol and diesel is going up. Petrol going up by 81 cents, while diesel goes up by 72 cents. The previous is not even over 60 days, over 50 days. The previous increase saw both diesel and petrol going up by over 1 rand. Now, you live in South Africa. You have things like this going up because of rent and dollar change. Rent is around 15 rand something to a dollar now. Previously, it was 14 rand. These are the things that determines the change, and also the fact that the price of oil globally has increased. That's fine. It happens to everyone. Now you come to South Africa where they sold the reserves at a cheaper price. At one stage they sold the reserve at a cheaper price, and then now you can't run to anything. When there is an increase in oil price globally, they don't have any spares to use. The only way they can run to is to increase. And while they're increasing that, they also have to sneak those levies, the fuel levies that they put, the road accident levy. They have to put all these levies inside so that we end up paying a lot for this fuel, while other countries are paying less. Now, it takes us back to how ANC took us out of apartheid, only to keep abusing us. It's like when you abuse someone, sometimes you keep giving them love, giving them 10% love while you're abusing them 90%. They can't complain because they feel like that 10% is fine. That's what is happening to us. We send old people over 60 years in parliament to make laws for us, while we're sitting here unemployed, the youth. At the end of the day, the youth is the future of the country. The old people are not the future, they're the past. But they are the ones who are making the laws then. We have to go to them and say, what is it that you are offering us? Like our president. We should have been having a young president by now. You can't have 4 presidents. All of these people, they fought in the struggle. You don't even have anyone up the ranks who's trying to change things, who's trying to go there. We had Malusi Gigava. Unfortunately, you know what the history says. But back to the topic. How do we pay 20 rands for a liter of petrol, while just last year, when the oil was so down, we had to pay 12 rands? Something needs to be done. Something needs to be done as the country, as youth, as the people of South Africa. We need maybe to come up with a peaceful protest to say, hey, we've had enough. Jobs are being lost. Food prices are going up. Everything is going up. How do you go and look for a job? Taxes are up. How do you go and look for a job when you know that the economy is on its knees? Someone once said, there's a new dawn. There's something I hate about good speakers. They only know how to speak. They don't know how to act. They will give you figures that we are going to bring this number of jobs, millions. You go to them years later and ask them, did you provide those jobs? They're going to tell you about construction. We hired this and these temporary people. But where are we going as people? Because we can't even challenge these leaders. We're looking for our movements, our parties to say, maybe if they speak up, things will change. They will never speak up against the hike of fuel. They will never speak up against any of that. Come 2022, apparently in February, we might expect another huge increase. So now we are looking at something like paying 22 rands for a liter. 5 years ago, we were paying so little. Now there's a new dawn. The new dawn is coming up with a lot of increases, a lot of nothing, because there is no employment for the youth. People keep sitting there expecting to get hired, going there and making copies, certifying everything. But then at the end of the day, no one gives a damn about the youth. But then they keep increasing that. My suggestion is that cut the levies. If the globally oil is high, the price of oil is high, cut those freaking levies. Let us pay little. We don't have to pay so much. They are abusing the road accident fund. We know that. Then we have to pay more taxes into fuel so that they can have this money to use, that they don't even use it for good cause. Remember, they had 500 billion, not 5 billion, 500 billion misused. Within a year, they had nothing. Another point that I think people are forgetting, you look at things like the 350 rand SASA for the people who are not working. It was introduced after COVID. They use all their money, the 500 billion, they use that for corruption. Now they have to keep on giving that 350. Mind you, they've already used most of that 500 billion. Where do you think they're going to get the 350 rands that they give millions of South Africans? Because it's not little money, it's a lot of money. Part of it, they are going to go and increase most of the things so that they can get that money back for us to pay. You take that money, you pay the 350 to people. More people are losing their jobs because employers can't keep a lot of people while the economy is in just desperate need for boost, which it doesn't even get. More people are being unemployed. And then more 350 keeps going. More people keep being unemployed. We keep looking for solutions that are not even good for the economy, for people. I mean, out of all these people in parliament, not even, never mind the opposition, the leadership, not even one person can sit down and say, we've been coming up with the same plan every time, the same solution. Can't we come up with some solution that is going to be better than what we are doing? Because it's like Mandela came with a solution. They took that solution altogether. No one changed. No one came up with a change. Thabo Mbeki came, he was like the clever one in the middle of this pandemic of presidency. But he went out. Nothing was left. No legacy, no nothing. All we have is a speech. And this talk about ARVs not being distributed to people and then many people dying. That's the country we live in. At the end of the day, whether we complain or not, they're going to keep getting their salaries. They're going to keep getting that big fat checks that we don't even get. We need to let these old people know that their time is done. We don't need them. Let them come up with young, intelligent minds. How does Cyril Ramaphosa invite the French President Macron in South Africa? Point him around the Union Building. Point him around Union Building and say, you see this and this. Tell him about history. Well, he knows this is a young man. He's leading such a powerful country. While he's an old man leading a poor country and nothing is changing. And then we have to sit and think like, things are going to change. Things are going to change. The new dawn is coming. Hey, the new dawn is leaving soon because they're going to vote him out. But we're going to keep saying it's going to be okay. It's only in our hands. It's either we do a peaceful protest or we take ANC out come 2024. But the problem is when that time comes, the economy will be dead. We'll probably be dead too because we'll have nothing to live with. Guys, go and fill up your tanks because tomorrow is bad. Anyway, thank you for listening to this video. Until next time. Cheers.